Loosely based on the classic first-person shooter video game of the same name, Doom is a 2005 sci-fi action film directed by Ondrej Bartkwik, starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Carl Urban, and Rosamund Pike, that follows a team of elite soldiers sent to investigate a research base on Mars. There they discover a breed of deadly mutated creatures transformed by chromosome 24, or C24 for short, a mysterious gene-altering substance found on Mars. Both the film and the game take place in the UAC research facility located on Mars, where soldiers battle against nightmarish creatures. However, that's where the similarities end, with the film deviating from the source material.
Welcome, Patricia Talman. Access granted.
Oh shit.
Whereas C24 is the catalyst for the bloody action in the movie, the game trades out a genetic mutation for a straightforward demonic invasion. Instead of mutated humans with supercharged genetics, the playable character in the Doom game, known as the Doomslayer, must contend with a variety of demons who arrive on Mars using a portal from hell. Hey guys, what's happening? Niyat here with Film and Comics Explained, and as requested, today we'll be exploring Doom, going over its story, C24, and the science around genetic mutations.
This is Lucy's chromosome profile. Notice anything?
She got 24 pairs of chromosomes.
Humans only have 23.
What does the extra pair do?
Makes her superhuman.
Taking place in the year 2046, we follow the Rapid Response Tactical Squad, a first-class military outfit led by the Rock Sarge and Carl Urban's Reaper, who were sent to the Olduvai Research Facility on Mars. There, United Aerospace Corporation scientists and researchers are under quarantine following an unexpected incident in their lab. Using a portal discovered 20 years prior, the RRTS teleport to Mars and begin their sweep to rescue the UAC employees. At first, things go mostly according to plan, with Sarge and his crew clearing the three main wings of the research lab. However, their mission eventually runs off the rails when they encounter mutated creatures who begin picking off members of the squad.
Good, I think there's something coming up on you.
With the aid of the head forensic archaeologist, Dr. Samantha Grimm, Reaper's twin sister, the team discovers the cause of the mutations, a 24th chromosome in the creature's genetic makeup. 20 years before the events of the film, in 2026, archaeologists working in the Nevada desert discover a perplexing portal to an ancient city on Mars. Dubbed the Ark, work has immediately begun studying the mystifying structure, leading to the development of an advanced facility located deep beneath the surface of the Earth. UAC then sends a group of researchers through the portal to establish the Olduvai Research Base and begin their study on the Martian terrain. Over the course of 2 decades, experts from a variety of scientific branches painstakingly study Mars, uncovering everything from archaeological advancements to genetic breakthroughs. During their early days of research, a team of archaeologists uncovers the skeletal remains of a humanoid specimen nicknamed Lucy and her child. Studying her genetics, they make a startling discovery. Although Lucy and her child resemble humans in structure, her DNA contains 24 pairs of chromosomes, whereas standard humans have 23. Through a series of tests, they concluded the presence of this 24th chromosome, which was engineered, gave Lucy super strength, agility, heightened intelligence, and immense regenerative power. Given the potential medical applications of C24, experiments are immediately started under the supervision of lead geneticist Dr. Carmack. Hoping to uncover the restorative powers of C24, the UAC scientists begin animal and human trials, but are overwhelmed by what they unleash. By the time the squad arrive at Olduvai, Dr. Carmack and most of his research team have succumbed to the negative effects of C24, slowly mutating into horrific, powerful beasts. With the entire UAC base under quarantine and the portal back to Earth offline, Sarge and his team must eradicate the threat and prevent C24 from being set loose on Earth.
We have a quarantine situation on Olduvai.
UAC has shut down the lab, men. We need to go up there, locate the team, eliminate the threat, and secure the facility.
Throughout the film, topics of morality and good versus evil are constantly brought up in conversation, which directly links to C24 and how it spreads. Late in the film, Dr. Grimm details a hypothesis about how C24 intelligently chooses to infect some humans while ignoring others. Based on previous findings in the events of the outbreak in the Olduvai base, the group realized that the creatures with C24 choose to infect those with a predilection for psychotic or violent behavior. They theorize that C24 scans a potential host's genetic makeup, investigating the unmapped portion of the human genome that corresponds with a person's soul, before enhancing their innate characteristics, explaining why good people experience a different mutation than those who are quote-unquote evil. This is essentially the reason that the Ark was created by the Martians. As C-24 ravaged their planet, those that benefited from C-24 used their enhanced intelligence to create their means of resettlement on Earth. It's important to note that more than 99% of our genetic information is exactly the same as every other person on the planet. Our genes determine everything from skin and hair color, sex, to whether or not we have certain genetic diseases. In a typical human cell, there are 23 pairs of chromosomes for a total of 46. A shift in the set of chromosomes can lead to issues with the body's formation, growth, and function. We also know that in less than 1% of us, things start to get interesting. Specific genetic variations allow some of us to acquire certain, dare we say, super abilities. From increased athleticism, unbreakable bones, the need for less sleep, an increase in taste receptors, disease-protecting variants, low cholesterol mutations, to genes that can increase the rewarding effects of caffeine and alcohol. For example, we all have a gene called ACTN3, and certain variants of it help our bodies make a special protein called alpha-actinin 3. This protein controls fast-twitch muscle fibers, the cells responsible for the speedy tensing and flexing of muscles involved in sprinting or weightlifting. In 2008, geneticists studying elite sprinters and power athletes found that very few among them had two defective ACTN3 copies, leading to it being dubbed the sports gene. Researchers have also identified a genetic mutation on the LRP5 gene that regulates bone mineral density, which can create weak bones. But a different kind of mutation, which I call the Bruce Willis unbreakable gene, can amplify its function, causing one of the most unusual human mutations. This was first discovered fortuitously when a young person from a Midwest family was in a serious car crash from which they walked away with no broken bones. X-rays found that they, as well as other members of the same family, had bones significantly stronger and denser than the average person. One of the doctors studying the condition said that none of those people, ranging in age from 3 to 93, had ever broken a bone in their body. In fact, they seemed resistant not just to injury, but to normal age-related skeletal degeneration. As is to be expected, pharmaceutical companies are now researching how to use this to help people with osteoporosis and other skeletal diseases. So, while the idea that a single chromosome could give a person a wide range of superhuman abilities is a bit of a stretch, it's not out of the realm of possibility that the Martians have perfected the art of gene sequencing to synthesize a substance that can rapidly alter genetic makeup with both favorable and negative effects. In the film, C-24 essentially attaches itself to the existing DNA of a human host and mutates it depending on their moral alignment. Some mutation factors remain consistent regardless, including super strength, agility, and increased adaptability. However, these mutations manifest in unique ways. With hosts that are predisposed to violence, something C-24 gravitates to, becoming more grotesque as the body is overtaken by mutations to prevent damage and increase survivability, including but not limited to extra eyes to help them see in the dark. Morally good people infected with C-24, on the other hand, receive compacted physical augmentations, regenerative abilities, and enhanced intelligence, with the added caveat of not having to transform into imps. In Dr. Carmack's initial experiments, C-24 is injected into a convicted murderer, and mutations appear in less than an hour. Further experimentation and time eventually turn him into a giant beast beyond recognition. Once fully transformed, mutated specimens begin hunting suitable hosts to infect with their projectile tongues that attach to the neck and distribute their viral load. Once infected, hosts begin to exhibit signs of confusion, absent-mindedness, and a loss of linguistic abilities, before aggressive mania takes over, replacing what was left of their humanity with primal urges to feed and spread the infection further. Despite their zombie-like appearance, hosts occasionally show signs of latent life or consciousness. For example, after rising from the dead post-mutation, Goat chooses to kill himself rather than transform. This sign of post-mutation intelligence is also seen at the end of the film, when both Sarge and Reaper are exposed to C-24 and fight to resolve their differing opinions on what to do with the survivors.
We uphold quarantine. Nothing gets to the elevator back on Earth. We can't let them get to the surface. If it breathes, kill it.
Due to Sarge's inclination towards gratuitous violence, he begins to experience landmark physical mutations, while Reaper's honorable nature makes him into somewhat of a superhuman, a one-man army, a doomslayer if you will. Despite the mutations experienced by both parties, they continue to carry out their pre-mutation motivations, indicating that C-24 merely enhances the characteristics innate to that individual. While hosts mutated by C-24 are incredibly strong, durable and agile, they're still vulnerable to bullets, fire and blunt force trauma, and throughout the film, C-24 mutants are dispatched with standard assault rifles, electricity and fire. Attacks to the head and brain are also highly effective, as demonstrated by Reaper when he single-handedly saves the day. With that being said, that's all for today folks. A huge thanks to everyone who requested we cover Doom. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if there's anything else you'd like to request, please don't hesitate to ask. As always, it's been a pleasure. Niyat here with Film Comics Explained. Thanks for stopping by.